Babe, I thought you wanted to do the show today.
Live from Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, it's Saturday Night Live! Take two. Hello, Famleegue. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to get this episode out on Thanksgiving Day or before Thanksgiving Day. But either way, your boy is Earl. Call me Earl. I'm Earl Lee this time. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not stealing it. I'm feeling it, baby. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. A special guest, my yubber.
Hi.
It's Miller time. Lovely 5-6 record.
Hi.
Just like me. Just like me. All right. Week 11. Couple offensive players shine, like normal. But big, huge week for defense, special teams, kickers, and punters. Probably the best week for those three the whole season. Maybe ever. They just all went off. I did a lot of notes. Look at all these notes. All these detailed notes. It usually doesn't take me a while to do the research, and it takes me maybe 20 minutes, but this took 30 or 40 minutes. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what I found. Well, we have a new number one team. King of the Hill, I can't call you that anymore. You're technically tied for first, but we'll get into why Ryan Davis is now in first. Amendola Oblongata, we'll get into why he is in first place once I cover everything. He goes on to beat and dethrones Team Hill 110-94. He's now in first place. He can really thank kicker Tyler Bass for him being in first now. Tyler Bass, 23 points. Led his whole team. Had more points than DeAndre Hopkins. Had more points than Justin Fields on his team. Tyler Bass, 23 points. His kicker. Wow. That's the kicker there. And for Team Hill, not really the best week, obviously. Got under 100 points. However, Mark Andrews tied in. Mark Andrews is back. And also Darius Slayton, who he picked up, looks like he could be the number one wide receiver for the Giants now after they've had some couple injuries in the Giants. I feel like they're probably going to get Odell, though. I feel like whoever wins that Thanksgiving matchup is where Odell's going to go. So we'll see. Let's see. The next matchup. Here she comes. I warned y'all several weeks ago. She was on the preheat for a while. She was in the freezer for a while. She just got put on preheat, but now the preheat's done. Here comes Slim Pickens. Wins again, 182 points. Blink 182. She wins 182 to 133. This is round one of the Kellums versus the Lees. And Mali Kellum wins. I believe 182 points is the most in the Famleegue this season. So Slim Pickens, she is getting hot. The preheat is done. Here she comes. She ain't done yet. She's just getting started. So she has Kyler Murray and Tom Brady as her quarterbacks. However, Brady was on a bye. Kyler Murray out for his second straight game. So she picks up Marcus Mariota. 17 points. Little golf clap. Not bad. Amari Cooper and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was the better Kelce this time. That was a good one, wasn't it? Amari Cooper had 31. Travis Kelce had 35. Amari Cooper was second in scoring for week 11. And Travis Kelce was fourth. So despite Kelce's 133 points, them two combining for nearly 70 points. She had 4 other players over 17 plus points. That was going to be tough to beat. It's Miller Time did have 4 players over 20 points. So like I said, great fight, but unfortunately, Slim Pickens just, man, 182 points. That is crazy. That's probably more points than like some of y'all like combined for like the past 2 weeks. Like, I know for me, I've been struggling scoring points. So yeah, man, that's wow, that's impressive. We're gonna go to round 2 of the Kelms versus the Lees, and matchup between the wives, matchup between the husbands. Now, Kelsey and I get married in a couple weeks, but we gotta get used to the new terminology. So, round 2, the Lees win. The Lees win this one, 137 to 118. I defeat me and my homies. Another story with the kicker. It actually had Cowboys kicker Brian Mayer 29 points, but apparently they had missed. They gave him too many points, so it ended up being 23, which hey, I'm happy with. I'm still happy with. He was the leading scorer for my team too, despite having Eckler and Herbert and CeeDee Lamb. Also, my Patriots special teams and defense, 17 points. And what helped me with that is that they had a punt return for a touchdown with 5 seconds left that won them the game. So that touchdown was huge for me in getting 17. Only gave up 3 points the whole game too. I had 5 players with 17 or more points. And I finally ended my 3-game losing streak, thankfully. Hopefully I can trend in the right direction. And as for Jesse, it's tough to win when you're playing someone that their kicker and their special teams defense combines for 40 points. Like, that's tough. We both had it evenly matched, but I think the big difference was definitely the kickers and the special teams defense. So, but for Jesse, Keenan Allen is back, and looks like Jamar Chase might be back this week too. So, good stuff. Good stuff on your way, Jesse. Let's see. There's always a game. There's always a matchup that comes down to the Monday night. And in this case, it was in it to a win it in Scranton Stranglers. I'm strangling. I need some water. I promise. That was unintentional. I'm snacking on these pretzels, peanut butter pretzels. Been my new favorite snack for the past like 2 years now. But just what'd you say? I don't care. Yeah, it just kind of tickles my throat.
Tickle me elbow. Am I you?
Okay. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, so always comes down. There's always one matchup comes on Monday night. And before Monday night, it was 84.96 to 83.18 in favor of the Scranton Stranglers. However, all he had left was Deebo Samuel. And in it to a win it had George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk. And that was the difference, having the 2 guys over the one. Samuel gets 22.4, which is solid. However, Kittle and Ayuk combined for 40.4. So Randy ends up winning 123 to 107. His kicker, 17-pointer. 17 points for his kicker, McPherson. But Randy, it should not have been this close for in it to a win it. He had 2 guys on his bench with 30-plus points, including Cowboys running back Tony Pollard, who scored 39 points, which was the most out of any other player in Week 11. Damn. So he just does squeak by. He gets lucky there. He squeaks by. Despite having those 30 points on the bench, that would have been a tough loss. Especially the new wide receiver 1 temporarily for the Chiefs, Kadarius Toney, unfortunately getting hurt very early in the game, got him 0 points. Kind of equaled out though because Tanner had Mike Williams finally come back, who's might be wide receiver 1 over Keenan Allen on the Chargers. And he only cashed in 2.5 points because unfortunately re-injured his ankle. His Commanders defense special teams 21 points. I think they got 17 a week ago, 21 this week. So the Commanders have been playing some very great football too. So it was good that he was able to pick up their defense special teams. After the Deebo Samuel touchdown in the third quarter, it was 105.66 to 105.08 in favor of Tanner. So, man, yeah, when he scored that touchdown, I was like, uh-oh. So, I was texting the boys. I sent them that screenshot where it was tied, and, it was a good time. Unfortunately, not for Tanner, though, because he ended up losing. But fans football is all fun. So, Tanner's going to turn things back around, and, let's see. We're going to go to the next matchup. Team Horned Up against Hurts So Good. And Hurts So Good been bitten harder by anyone with the injury bug. Could he prevail with his basically new team? Unfortunately, he could not. Team Horned Up wins 119 to 81. Najee Harris, he's here. He is finally here. I think he's fully healthy. I feel like he kind of wasn't fully healthy. Steel City represent. 27 points for Najee Harris. Kendra won despite good old Kirk Cousins or Kirko Chains only getting 2 points. That's wild. Quarterback only getting 2 points, you still win and put up 119. That's hard to do. As for Hurts So Good, he had to play with backup wide receivers, and they didn't really perform too well, and neither did his running backs. So that's tough. But one running back did perform well. He had his flex, Latavius Murray, and the Broncos just released Melvin Gordon. So it looks like Latavius is their RB1. Chase Edmonds, another running back on that team, is hurt too. So it looks like Latavius is going to be getting a heavy workload. They played the Panthers this week too, and people have been kind of running all over the Panthers somewhat. So I feel like Latavius could have a pretty good game. So that'll be a nice boost to his team. Let's see. Last but not least. Could Show Me Your TDs put out the flame of Just Joshua. Just Joshua looking for his 5th win in a row. It's cursed. It is cursed. The 4-game winning streak is cursed. Every time someone gets to 4, they lose. Could Just Joshua keep the light shining? He sure could. 5 wins in a row for Just Joshua. And 4 out of his 5 wins in his winning streak have been under 10 points. This one again, under 10 points. Is the score on this side or this side? I don't know. I'll see when I edit it. He wins 87.94 to 79.88. All Johnny needed was 8 points from Rondale Moore on Monday Night Football. What happens? Rondale Moore might have been the first play of the game for the Cardinals, or I think it was in the first series. Gets hurt, doesn't come back the whole game. All he needed was 8 points. Rondale gets hurt, doesn't come back the entire game. Just Joshua wins. I cannot believe that. Of his 5-game winning streak, 4 have been decided under 10 points. This is one of the most insane fantasy football runs I've ever seen. I've had some pretty good ones, personally, but for her to be this close and winning like that, that is wild. That is just. He can thank the Ravens special teams and defense. They got him 16 points. I'm telling you guys, big week for special teams defense. Big week. And I'm going to segue into that real soon. Also, another thing that hurt Johnny, other than Rondale Moore, was Graham Gano. He got Graham Gano points. And I had Graham Gano on. I have 6 teams, like I've told y'all. 4 of them have Graham Gano. And in one of them, he got me -2 points. It didn't matter. I still unfortunately lost by 8. But still -2. Come on. Also, for Show Me Your TDs. He had 87.04 bench points. He had more points on the bench than when he started. Don't you just hate when that happens, man? That's tough. It's hard to put out the flame, though. I think something just fell in my mouth. Probably a little crumb from the peanut butter pretzels. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. That was a crucial catch, you know. A crucial catch I've made. All right. So, like I said, the big week for the defense, special teams, kickers, and even punters. We'll dive into some numbers here. Get your goggles. 7 of the defense special teams had 10 plus points. 4 of them had 14 or more points. 21, can you do something for me? 21 points was the Commanders. They were the highest of all the defensive special teams. Let's see. For kickers, 13 kickers had 10 or more points. There was even some of them that didn't have a home either. So if you need a kicker, see who performed well last week. 7 of them had 14 or more points. 7 kickers, 14 or more points. Big week for the kickers. Big week for the kickers. And then for the punters, 8 punters, 8 had 8 or more points. The highest was 10. The second highest was 9, but then the rest of them were 8. So not really. I mean, still very impressive, but not really like, not one punter didn't have like, 17 like Stonehouse did for me that one time. But unbelievable week for the defense, special teams, punters, and kickers. So that's why leg day is important. I mentioned earlier that King of the Hill is now, I'm just going to refer to him as Team Hill. He's technically still tied for first, but I'm going to go ahead and break it down of why Amendola Oblongata is first. So, he beat, of all the people that are tied for first at 7-4, it's him, Team Hill, Team Horned Up, and just Joshua. They're all 7-4. All really tied for first, but Ryan is ranked ahead of all those because he beat Trey and Kendra. Now, he did lose to just Joshua, but it seems that since he has won 2 of the 3 that are tied, and he has more points than just Joshua, that is why he is rewarded first. So, it seems like that kind of weighs out. It's like, and I even have a screenshot here, of like kind of like the rules, kind of like explaining that, because there's gonna be some tied records that, like, let's say a team goes like 7-8, and there's gonna be another team that's 7-8 that did make the playoffs. So I kind of need to explain to y'all now before that happens, and y'all are kind of questioning it. So it goes off of points scored has some weight, and also head-to-head matchup has some weight. So when playoffs start, the tiebreaker, as you see here, is by head-to-head. So once the playoffs, like once week 14 ends, once week 15 ends, the playoffs start that week 16. The seeding is done by head-to-head. So let's say I'm 7-8 and Kelsey's 7-8, and she beats me. We play each other in 2 weeks. So if she beats me again, then she would won the series like for the season. So she would have 2 wins over me. So she would definitely make it over me if we had the same record. If that makes sense. But it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get the last laugh. Okay, we'll go again. So might be a little confusing. I could try to explain it better next episode or once we get a little bit closer. But I'll go ahead and drop the standings over here. So like I said, Ryan Amendola Oblongata is in first. Team Horned Up is in second. Just Joshua is in third. And Team Hill is in fourth. And then tied for 5th is me and my homies, and in it 201 it. They're both at 6 and 5. And 7th starts at Hurt So Good. Then it's Miller time. And then me, CDs. We're all 5 and 6. And the 4 and 7s are Show Me Your TDs and Scranton Stranglers. And then Red Hot Molly is 3 and 8. I don't think she'll be in last for longer, though. All right. And I also, speaking of playoff, and seeding and everything, also took a little of the projected playoff bracket after week 11. And we had the matchup 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, then the 5 and 4, and 3 and 6. So y'all can see what it's looking like here. I don't feel like reading them off. I'm going to drink some more water. Been talking a lot. So yeah, if you don't see your name on there, we got some work to do, don't we? We got some work to do. Also, Thanksgiving always says football. 3 games tomorrow. We have 12:30 is the Bills and the red hot sneaky Lions. I might play some money in the Lions tomorrow. I don't know. And then it's the Cowboys and the Giants. And then the last game of the evening is the Vikings and the Patriots. So they all seem like they'll be very good games, especially that Cowboys and Giants, since they're in the same division and they have the same record. So eat some good food, watch some good football. I know that's what I'm going to do. All right. Week 12 matchups. We're going to start with our new leader, Amendola Oblongata, the new number 1 heavyweight champion. And Kelsey is leaving because I'm being a little too crazy. Dang, it's already 5:11. I need to leave soon.
Yeah.
Good. All right, he is going to face off against me and my homies. 7 and 4 versus 6 and 5. Me and my homies. There could be a chance if he wins. Oh, actually, never mind. I was going to say if there's a chance if you won, Jesse, you would also be tied for first, but don't think so because the next matchup could be the real crucial to be. They could be a lone. Might be a lone leader. But anyway, we're gonna come back to y'all's. It's projected 122 to 118. I know Jesse is begging and praying that Jamar Chase comes back. Because he could definitely be, the difference maker in winning. Yeah. Our next matchup. I think this might have to be matchup of the week. The 2 and 3 seed face off. Team horned up and just joshing you. And this projection is close, and I know it's going to be close because it's a matchup with Josh. 114.3 to 113.5. Josh is favored by a smidge. They're both 7 and 4. So if Ryan loses and Trey loses, whoever wins this game could be in sole possession of first place. So very crucial. Our next matchup is the 4 and 7 matchup. Team Hill at 7 and 4 against Hurt So Good at 5 and 6. Projected Hurt So Good, even more minuscule. Hurt So Good is projected to win by 1/10 of a point, 126.5 to 126.4. Whoa, and it's cut number 5, I think. Let's see. In it 2-0 win it, the 6th seed against the number 8 seed. It's, what time is it?
Another time.
Mr. Q, we got cut again. And it looking like it could be indeed Miller time. Projected 131 to 123.
I'm gonna spank him.
Ooh.
You hear that, Brandy?
All right, here's our special guest. There she is. Let's see, I should have had you in all these episodes. Added entertainment. Come on. If one of y'all wants to be in the show, let me know. We could probably work something out, especially since I'll be back in North Carolina for the next 2 weeks. Let's see. Then we have the 9 versus the 11 seed. CDs against the Scranton Stranglers. And it's projected 124 to 117. Scranton Stranglers. And last but not least, we have the 10 versus the 12 seeds. Show me your TDs and Slim Pickens. It's projected 133 over 127 in favor of Show me your TDs. Now, these matchups might sound a little bit familiar because we have done a full lap. Each team has faced every team. So these are the week 1 matchups. So you get a chance, if you lost in week 1, you get a chance in week 12 to get some payback. This could be very crucial because, like I said, if, let's say like a team is 7-8 or 6-9, nice. Then if a team is if 2 teams are 6-9, one's at 8 seed, one's a 9 seed, the 2-game or the 2-win sweep of the season could be the difference maker. So, you'll want to get that revenge. And be thankful. Happy Thanksgiving.